Shamoon. I guess I am live now. I want to welcome you to this live stream. And as you saw the video, I'll be coding, showing you how to code using HTML5, CSS3, and adding a rectangle to a web page. I will do it in a few minutes on my computer, but I want to wait until more people show up on this live stream. Again, my name is George Shamon. I'm coming to you live from the US state of South Dakota in the Midwest of the US. And the time now is almost 11 p.m. Central Standard Time. So it might be morning your time or evening or afternoon. It depends where you're tuning in from. And if you tune in from the US, let me know what state are you tuning in from. If you're from overseas, let me know what country are you in. I want to welcome you, and my name is George Shamoun. And thank you so much. Whether you're on this live stream or on the future replay, I want to thank you for your time and your attention, which is very important to me. And without you, I cannot make those videos. And also submit your questions in a comment box, and make sure you subscribe to this channel, because I'm trying to grow it. And the more I grow it, the more I can help people, the more I make videos, as long as you let me know what you like to learn about. And on this channel, I talk about software I use myself. And in 2024, I'm focusing on web development, web design, coding, basically starting with HTML5 and CSS3. And I started dabbling with JavaScript, the plain one, without any framework or libraries. So this is what's the subject about tonight. And once I see people coming in, and I'll jump to my computer and start making the code. So I'm gonna be making a code, a simple one. It's gonna be a rectangle or square on a page, and I wanna add a border to it. And then I'll change the background color, and I'm gonna add a border to it, and I will style the border, and then I might write a sentence. So it's a very simple element on a web page. So, but this will give you an idea how to start learning how to code. And what I found out, it doesn't matter how many courses you take online, how much you study, you still have to do it on your own computer. You wanna have a code editor, and the one I recommend, and most developer recommend it. It's Visual Studio Code, and it runs on Windows, Mac, and Linux. So yeah, I'll show you in a few minutes how to add, how to start using it. And it's a very simple form. It's going to be a square on a web page, and I'll give it some style using CSS. So that will give you an idea how to start getting into code learning. And the code I'm talking about is web development, web design. I'm not talking about programming languages like Java and C++ and Python. Those are important, but therefore most of them are for the back end, and they're very difficult. And I'm not specialized in computer science or software engineering, but I am a telecom design engineer. This is my full-time job, daytime. But on the side, I learn to expand my skills in the technology, and I found it easier to start with HTML, CSS. So if you're on this live stream, I want to thank you so much, and let me know where you're tuning, and drop a comment in the box. Say hi. This way I know you're watching me, or you can hear me. Hi, Ruby A. Who else is here? Where are you tuning in from? Are you from the US or overseas? Let me know where you're tuning in from. I'm very interested to know. I'm coming to you live from the US state of South Dakota in the Midwest region of the US. So let me know how close you are or how far. So, and submit your questions. What do you like? Do you have any questions about HTML, CSS? How to start learning those, those markup language and styling language? So some people call them programming. I don't think they are programming. HTML, CSS is a markup language. It takes care of structuring a web page, and the CSS is a styling language. So I have a question here. What's your background? What do you mean my background? Like educational or skills or where I came from, or what do you mean? I'm not sure exactly what do you mean. What's my background? So yeah, if you clarify, I will explain. But I need to know exactly what you mean. What's my background? Because it can have different meanings. So who else here on this live stream? Let me know if you're where you tuning in from. What's your name? Just drop by a comment. Ruby A country. Oh, okay, I'm originally from Lebanon, but I live in the U.S. I am in the Midwest. So where are you tuning in from, Ruby A? Are you in the US or overseas? Yeah, who else is here? Guys, let me know if you have any questions, because in a few minutes I'm gonna jump to my computer and I'm gonna show you how to start coding using HTML, CSS, and it's gonna be a very simple example. So yeah, if you have any comments, any questions, and please make sure you subscribe to that channel. I wanna grow it, and the more I grow it, the more I make videos and I can help you. And if you submit your questions and ideas about videos, I can make more tutorials. Overseas, what overseas? It's a big place. What country are you from overseas? Are you from Europe, the Far East, the Middle East, South America? Where are you from? Yeah, so who else is here? Anybody have a question? Yeah, just waiting a couple minutes, few minutes maybe, until more people tune in, so I can jump to my computer and start coding. So what are you interested to learn about? Are you interested in learning HTML, CSS, making web pages, making websites? So yeah, okay. Let me jump to my computer and start making some codes. Let me just take a sip of drink. Okay, so what I'm using now is Linux 22.04. This is my the computer I'm using now. It's right here. It's got two monitors, and I'm using Visual Studio Code. I can turn the screen and show you. Okay, so this is Visual Studio Code, and this is live server here, and the live server will show you the code, so as if it looks on the internet on a web page. So let me just yeah, let me see. I just want to make sure I can answer question. I want to. We're very close to your country. Oh, very close to your country. Yeah, okay, I see. Yeah, you might be from the Middle East or North Africa, I'm guessing. Okay, so this is Visual Studio Code. It's open, and I have a folder here, and there's two main files when you code with HTML, CSS. The first one is HTML, this one here, .html, and it can have different, usually it's index.html, but I'm trying to organize them in folders, so that's why it's long name, but don't worry about the name here. Just remember that you have to have .html for the HTML file, and then you'll have .css file here, and they're gonna be in the same folder. And now we're gonna start coding. So the first thing you're gonna do is to jump to HTML here. And Visual Studio Code will help you by adding some of the boilerplates, they call them. So the boilerplate is it's a template, part of a template that resides on the top of the web page. And the way you add it, it has to be here. I'll show you in a minute what it is. And the way you add it is by uh, shift, shift exclamation mark, actually tab, tab, shift exclamation mark. Yeah, so exclamation mark, this is Emmet abbreviation. What Emmet does, so if I hit click on the exclamation mark, this is a boilerplate here, and it's a top on the top of the web page. And what it does, it has doc HTML. If you see it, HTML lang equal en, it means English here. And then you have the head tags. Those are tags. This is an opening tag, and this is a closing tab in HTML. And between each between the tags, there's elements here and statements. And then you have the body tag, and the body tag, whatever you add in between, it's gonna show on a web page. And then you have the HTML at the end, and it starts from the top too, you know. So this is a boilerplate. And then we can add to it one more element, which is the link. So okay, so this HTML, if I start, you know, adding element to it, they can look like they don't have any style. They can be boring, you know. So once you start styling them, you can, you know, you can link the HTML to the CSS file here. And later on, once I'm done with the HTML, I'm gonna jump to the CSS and start styling. And styling will show you the color of the web page, the text, and it's gonna give it some style and you know, looks. Basically, it takes care of the looks of an element. So yeah, I don't know what flag is this. Let me see. Yeah, I guess you want me to guess. Not sure. Yeah, I'll see it in a minute. Okay, so and there is one more element the boilerplate doesn't add it. It's the link. And the link will take this shape, this format. Link, e space, and then style, type, actually ref. Yeah, ref. I can't remember this, but okay, you can add a ref here. And the ref is a style sheet, style sheet. And you always add this one, the style sheet, you know, between double quotation, space, and then you add the type, the word type, equal, and double quotation, and in between you type CSS slash text, and then space, you add you add here, let me see, ref, and the ref will mean the reference to the style sheet, and equal between double parentheses, you can be adding the style sheet. So 2024, which is the .css file, so YT space videos, let me see, actually, ref equal, oh, href, it should be href, okay. So href equal, okay, so CSS. And then the title, it's missing the angle bracket. Okay, so let me see. Okay, this is how you start with the, oh, this one. All right, so the head. Okay, if you guys have any questions, submit it in a comment. Make sure you add a note or let me know where you're tuning in from, or if you have any questions, you know. So, and make sure you subscribe to the channel. I'm trying to grow it. Okay, why do we have a red here? Red document. Okay, let's see. Title. Oh, okay, we're missing the angle bracket here. The angle bracket. Okay, so this is how you start. You have the boilerplate here, and you have the HTML page, which is this one here, and then you have the CSS. The CSS is for styling. I will add it later on. Okay, Ruby A. My God, so different learning. I am Armenian. Oh, okay, you're from Armenia. You're from Armenia. Okay, I see. Yeah, yeah, yeah. We have a lot of Armenian in Lebanon. Yes, and they're in the government too, in the politicians. You know. Okay, so let's see, and okay, okay. Now, what I'm gonna do? Let me explain this. There is when you code, what I'm doing now, I'm coding. Uh, there is something. There's an option called Live Server in a code editor, Visual Studio Code. And what does the live servers do? It will show you how the web page will look like as if it was on the internet, but it's on my local machine now. So basically, what I'm doing, everything is done on my computer right now, and but the live server extension will show you how it looks like on my local machine, and it will give you an idea how it will be on the internet if you upload it to a website and somebody will see it, so what I'm gonna show you, let me show you the live server. And the live server here, what you do, you go to the HTML here, and then you right click it, and you click on open live server. Oh, I should show you instead of my face. Okay, so you right click the HTML, and then you left click the open with live server. Okay, so the live server now, it's gonna open here a browser, and this browser will show you it's gonna show you. Okay, it's right here. Okay, so this will show you how the web page will look like. So as of now, I don't have any elements on a web page. I don't have any element, anything. I'm gonna start adding element in 1 second, So this is the web page here, and it's a blank. And this is live server. If you look at the IP address, it says 127.0.0.1 colon port 5500. This is my local machine here. This is how you know you're locally on your own computer. You're not on the internet. This is not an IP address on the internet. It's a local machine. So now whatever I'm gonna add, it's gonna show here. So let's say I'm gonna start adding the box in the HTML CSS. So what I do, I'm gonna go down. First, I'm gonna add a title here to the document. So let's say I'm gonna give it, and if you notice, whatever you add in between the title tags, it's gonna appear on the top of the browser here. So let's say I'm adding now my first coding example. All right, and if you notice, you can see it on the top here. You see You see where it appears. So this is the how. That's how you'll give the title a name here, whatever you want to change, and the body will be here and the title will be here, and the head tag, whatever you have between the head tags. If you look on the head tags, this is the head and this is the head. Whatever you see here, it's information about the web page, but it's not gonna appear to the user like us humans looking at the web page. You're not gonna see it. What you see is between the body. Whatever I add between the body here, you can see it here on a web page, and also the title here. Okay, so let's add a box. And the way you add a box, let's say, usually everything on in HTML and CSS, it's a box on a web page. It takes the shape of the box, even though you don't see it, you know. But so it's gonna be first, the way we started is a div, which is a container. So we'll give it a div, and the way you add a div is this way. Let me show you. You use the angle brackets. Whoops. Let me go back here. Yeah, use the angle bracket, and then you add div, and you close the bracket, and the system Emmet will give you the other one, the closing tag. So this is the open tag, this is the closing tag, and I'm gonna hit enter to make a space between them so I can add an element. So now what I'm gonna do now, I'm gonna add the box we said. So let's say what we do here, we give the div a class or ID, and it's essential to give it an ID because or class, so you can target it with the CSS later on. If you leave it like this and you style the div, if you have more divs on a web page, it's gonna give them the same style. But what we do now, we give it an ID equal, and we can give it a name, box1. So this is box1. So when I use the CSS to style this box, I'm gonna use the ID box1, and I'll show you in a minute now, but bear with me a little bit. So let's say now I'm gonna type in a sentence, this is my box1, and you're gonna see this sentence on a web page now. Okay, do you see it here? This is my box1. So whatever I typed here, it showed on a web page. Because this is live server, it's instantaneous. You know, whatever you type, it's gonna show immediately on a web page. So guys, if you have any questions, please submit it in a comment. Make sure you let me know if you have any questions, and make sure you subscribe to the channel, because I want to make more videos and I want to help people more, you know. So let me know if you have any questions, and make sure you subscribe so you don't miss any future updates like these ones. And make sure you submit any comments, any questions, and let me know where you're tuning in from. I am coming to you live from the US state of South Dakota in Sioux Falls, and my name is George Shamoun. So now we're done with this box. Let's give it a style. So we can add more, but I want to start with just to show you what I'm trying to say when it comes to styling. So what we do now, I'm gonna go to the CSS file here, and I'm gonna start giving some color and shape and the specs for this box here. It is a box, but it doesn't show you a box because we use the HTML only. So now, what we gonna do now, how we gonna target this? You know, what we gonna use is the, since we typed ID box1, I'm gonna use box1, and this is how it's gonna be targeted. So I go to CSS, right? So the way it works, we use the hashtag, which is this one, I'm watching from Australia. Oh, okay, you're from Australia. You're in Australia. That's fine. Yeah, welcome again. And let me know Ruby A, thank you for tuning in. Let me know if you have any questions, if you're interested to know more, or if you have any questions, let me know. And everybody else who's tuning in, and add your questions, and make sure you subscribe to my channel, and so I can grow it, and I'll make more videos to help you and grow to the channel. So let's see. So what we do now, we can use the hashtag, this one here, hashtag box1, and what we do then, we'll give it those braces, and we gonna type in between whatever you wanna style the box1 here with, you will use it here. So, for example, first, to make the box appear here, we gonna give it a border. Okay, we gonna give it a border, and the way we specify it is this way: border, border, border. Let's give it a color black. Let's say black, and black. We gonna give it a width of 10 pixels. So this is the thickness of the box, and then we gonna give it a style which is, let's say, dotted. It means it has dots around it. Okay, and yeah, it should show. Let me see. Border. Yeah, it should. Let me see. Border style. With style color. Okay, with the style color. Okay, it looks like the color comes later. So yeah, sometimes you have to add things in certain sequence. So black. Let's see. Box1. Let me see. Border. Border. Pixel. Pixel dotted black. Black. Dotted. I don't know why it's not work. I mean, there's another way we can use separate the. Okay, I'm gonna use them separate. I don't know. I cannot figure out why it's not working. Syntax line. Line style color. Width. Line style. Okay, maybe the color comes later. Let's see. Black. Let's see now. Let's use solid. Solid. Okay, I'm not sure why it's not working, but what I'm gonna do. Let's try them separate. I mean, you can use them. We can use them separate, like the color by itself, like border color. Black, semicolon, and then border style, dotted, okay, and then thickness, border, width, 10 pixel. Let's see now. Now it should work. What? PX. pixel. Oh, okay, maybe there's a space. It shouldn't have a space, maybe. Let me check box one. Okay, ID box one. This is my box one, yeah. Bound box one, yeah, that's, I have the right, or maybe I should save it. It didn't save, auto save. Okay, let me change it to a class. Maybe class will work. Let's see, class. You can use a class or ID. So let's go here. And the class is dot, use dot. I don't know why it's not showing. Okay, let me, oh, okay, I see. We have to give it a width or I didn't give it dimensions. That's what happened. Okay, let's give it dimensions. Width, colon, width, th, and then let's give it 400 pixel, and can I give it height? Let's give it 500 pixel. I don't know why it's not doing anything. Dot box one. Let me see. Box one. Let me change the to see if it's responding. So if I move the one here, yeah, it's responding. I don't know why it's not doing anything. It should do something. It's let me refresh. Okay, let's do. Maybe it's not. Yeah, it should be CSS. Okay. I don't see any problem with it. I don't know why it's not reacting. Give it space here. Box width. Okay, let's give it a margin. Maybe we should move it from the top. Margin top 5%. And margin left is 10%. Reload. Wow. Save. Class box one. And we use the dot box one. Box one. Oh. Why it's not doing anything? See. Let me try to reopen. Maybe it's not saved, but it should be saved because I have on auto save. Let me try to reopen it to see if it reacts. All right, so this is the folder. Open Visual Studio. And then open with live server. Yeah, still it's not showing anything. I have no idea why. Let me see the color, maybe. Color, yellow. Um, let's see. Box one. Let me put it back to ID. ID. Go back here and pound. Actually, hashtag box one. Let me close it and reopen it. Open. I don't know why it's not doing. Setting is open. It doesn't mean anything. All right, let's see. Okay, I'm gonna close the app and then reopen it to see if it changes, because it doesn't make sense. Yeah, so open with other app. Okay, Studio, open. And open with live server. Cancel. Let's see now if it shows up. Yeah, I'm not able to figure out why it's not working. Maybe it's a system issue or the software. It's still. Don't show again. ID box one. Yeah, I don't know why, guys, it's not working today, because I have no idea if it's related to the issue they had today with the cyber security or something. I'm not sure, because this is a Microsoft software. Even though I'm using it on my local machine, it shouldn't be affected, but you never know. So I have to try it on a different. But you can still add your questions. I can help you if you like. So. Yeah, submit your questions. Maybe I'll do another live tomorrow, because I have no idea what's going on with the software today and why it's not reacting. So, so let's keep the conversation going without the computer screen, because I don't know what's going on, to be honest with you. I have no idea. So, yeah, again, guys, we're talking about the coding using HTML, CSS. If you have any questions, submit it in a comment, and make sure you let me know where you're tuning in from, and if you have any questions. My name is George Shamoun, and I'm coming to you live from the U.S. state of South Dakota. Make sure you subscribe to the channel if you're interested in this kind of topics about software I make, and especially this year I'm starting with HTML, CSS. And if you have any questions, submit it in a comment right now so I can answer you while on this live stream. And if you're tuning in the future on a replay, I want to welcome you and thank you also for your time and tuning in. Anybody have a question about HTML, CSS? I try to do an example. I don't know why it's not working. I'm not sure if it's the software, even though if it's a simple one. Who's here? Let me know where you're tuning in from. What's your name and what are you interested to learn about? How can I help you in making a web page or a website? A simple one, maybe, or with code or no code. You know, you don't even have to learn coding. You can make websites and web pages using visuals, using low code builders, you know, software like Hostinger, self-hosted service has one, and Squarespace, Weebly, Wix, all of those have, you know, they have those website builder. You don't even have to use any coding languages, but you know, it's good to know coding. At least you'll have ideas about how the web page is built, and if you need to do some custom coding, you can do that too, you know. Yeah. Make sure, guys, you submit your questions in a comment, and if you're interested in learning more about coding, let me know. HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. Yeah. So who else is here? I had to put in time out this guy, Rodolfo Ergodan, whatever it is. Yeah, he's trying to act, you know, he's trying to be funny, so I had to put him in time out. Who else? Submit your questions. Do you have any questions in a submit them in a comment. Let me know where you're tuning in from. Are you in the US? What state are you tuning in from? And if you're overseas, what country are you tuning in from? I'm very interested to know. And make sure you submit your questions in the comment box so I can answer you now. You know about the HTML, CSS. And making web pages and websites using low code or no code software, you know. So because there are so many ways where you can build your own website, or even if you want to hire someone, it's not, you don't have to be a programmer. With little HTML, CSS, just to know how the website is built, you know. And yeah, nowadays you don't even have to learn how to code. You can use like Weebly, Wix, Squarespace, website builders. You can just use the drag and drop, you know, website builder. There is no need for coding if you want. But I like it because I want to expand my skills. I want to get more into the technology field, you know. So, yeah, who else here? Submit your questions, guys. If you have any questions or any comments, let me know. And again, make sure you subscribe to the channel. I want to grow it to make more videos, and I want to help you more. If you're interested in those topics, the topics I'm talking about, I talk about making web pages, websites, and other software. Like I talk about Linux commands too, but I have a lot of videos about Linux. You can check my channel, and I have a lot of videos about HTML, CSS. You know, you can. But right now, I'm focusing a bit on the live stream. This way, I talk to people to see what they're interested in. Yeah, let me know. Yeah, yeah, it's good. Anybody can get in a technology field, but you have to put some effort and you have to work hard at it. You know, it's things are not easy, but if you put effort and you put time, you can come up with good results. You know, so yeah. Who else here? Anybody else have a question about the topics I'm discussing? Yeah, again, we're talking about making simple codes using HTML, CSS, and about the code editor, Visual Studio Code. It's a great editor. I've been using it for a while, and a lot of people recommend it, especially web developers and programmers. And you can use it for different languages, but I use it for web pages editing because I've been learning HTML, CSS, and JavaScript for the last 2 years. And I kind of have an idea, a good idea about HTML, CSS. I'm gonna start with the JavaScript, you know. So yeah, who else is interested in any topics or any questions about coding and other software I use myself on this channel? Let me know. I used to talk about video editing, but it looks like video editing is a great topic, but I'm not good when it comes to editing videos, so that's why I'm not talking much about it. I want to talk about stuff that I know well to help people, you know. So, yeah, who else have a question? Who else? Electro Boom. That's funny. Something. Your name is something on YouTube. You look like Electro Boom. All right, who else, guys? Anybody have a question? Submit it in a comment and let me know what you're interested to know about. Are you interested in learning how to code, how to use HTML, CSS, how to use the basics of JavaScript? JavaScript, I have to admit, it's very difficult. I mean, even HTML, CSS are difficult. I find them difficult too. But okay, something said, what's the topic? Okay, the topic is about. I was gonna type using Visual Studio Code to make simple HTML and CSS, codes. So I was trying to use it. It was acting up, so that's why I stopped. Maybe tomorrow I'll try to see why it's not doing that. You know why? So it wasn't reacting. It wasn't giving me the. I tried to make a square on a web page and style it with CSS. But I went over. If you watch the whole video, I went over how to structure it, like how to build the folder, how to open Visual Studio Code, how to create HTML file, and how to create the CSS. But when I started the CSS, it didn't give the style to the HTML document. I have no idea why, but I will check it tomorrow. Even though it's very simple example, I don't know, it didn't react. So how to do that in high school, the HTML web page. Yes, yes, in high school they teach that. Yeah. So do you know CSS2? HTML is great, but you should know CSS2 because it's the styling, it will give the style for the HTML. So did you learn CSS, the styling sheet, cascading style sheets? Because HTML and CSS, they work together. So if you type, let's say, if you type a sentence in HTML, you have to use CSS to change the color of the font, the background, the type of the fonts, the family, so those you'll use CSS because HTML doesn't give you those styles. But I think if you build web pages, you must use the CSS too because they come together, and you can use it. I use the CSS as an external style sheet. I don't want to mix HTML with CSS, but maybe you have learned to use HTML in line with the CSS. You can do that, but I don't like it because you mix them up. So yeah, let's see the comments. I really don't remember much. My tech class wasn't my top priority. Actually, school really was not that important to me then. Okay, I see. Yeah, I mean, even if you learn it well, you'll forget with time because you have to practice and you have to keep using it. I mean, you can learn HTML, CSS today and JavaScript, and that applies to any other skills, technical skills or software. If you don't use it often, you kind of forget it, But once you try to relearn it, it's gonna come back fast to you. So like now, if you try to learn HTML, CSS, I'm sure you'll catch it fast if you had the exposure to it, in school. It being hard though, so I am sure if I needed, I could get back being. I don't remember it being too hard though. Yes, it's not hard. I mean, it depends. You might be very smart and you grabbed it quickly. I'm not very smart, to be honest with you. It takes me time to learn. So everybody has different, capacity of grabbing things and understanding. Myself, it takes me time to learn. I have to go through things so many times to learn them. Some people can learn fast from the first time. It's not me. I'm a slow learner. So I don't remember it being hard. Yeah, I mean, it's, if you compare HTML and CSS to most coding and the programming, even though they're not programming, I don't think they are programming. They're like for markup and styling. But let's say people lump them into programming, but they're the easiest among all other programming languages, So if you compare them to Python, C++, Java, JavaScript, they can be much easier, obviously, So I always told I I was always told I picked up on things quick. So I guess that makes sense. That yes, yeah, yeah. So yeah, some people have can learn, faster than others. That's obvious, So myself, it takes me time to learn, and I have to go through things so many times, And if I don't do the skills often, I forget it. I mean, that's normal, I guess. If you don't do things often, the same skills, you kind of forget it with time, But once you learn it, you relearn it. It's gonna be quicker, Something. Where are you tuning in from? Are you in the U.S. or overseas? What state are you tuning in from? If you're here. So who else? Anybody else have a question? Let me know. Uh, if you're interested to know about using HTML, CSS, making web pages, simple websites, and other topic I discuss on this channel, and like Linux, I use Linux commands a lot. I have so many videos on my channel about using Linux commands. I even have a course about Linux commands, and I have a Facebook group about 7,000 people about Linux. I am in the U.S. state from Pennsylvania, Keystone State. Okay, welcome, welcome. Something, yeah, yeah. So Pennsylvania. Yeah, I lived for a long time in New Jersey, and I've been in Philadelphia a few times. I like. I mean, I haven't seen a lot in Pennsylvania, but I'm sure it's a nice state. There's a lot. I would love to go to Pittsburgh. It's a big city, but I never been there. Yeah, but Philadelphia, I've been there. So once only. Yeah. So yeah, it was close to New Jersey. So yeah. Who else here? Anybody have a question? Guys, make sure you subscribe to my channel. This way you'll help me grow it, and this way I can make more videos, because the more I have subscribers, the more I'm going to be motivated to make more videos. And this is an indication that people are interested in those topics. Then I'll make more, And if you have any questions, submit it in a comment right now. This is a two-way conversation. I don't want to be by myself talking, talking to myself. So I'm willing to answer you with the information I know. So, Chance North Central PA is a wonderful place. If you ever have the chance, North Central PA, okay, sure, yeah, is a wonderful place. We got a cabin up there. It's very peaceful. Oh yeah, that's good to know. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Hopefully one day if I go there to visit, yeah, I'll keep that in my mind. North Central, yeah, yeah. Pennsylvania is a big state, right? It's a huge state. It's very big. Yeah. Do you know the population of Pennsylvania? Is it like 5 millions or more, 10, or I don't know the population, but it's a big state, you know. I bet you it's got 10 millions, maybe, at least, maybe. So, yeah. Yeah, thanks for the info. Something. Yeah, who else here is interested in certain topics that I'm talking about, you know? Yeah, and if you check my channel, I have over 200 videos from different topics, but now I'm trying to focus on making web pages and websites because I'm trying to do it on a side, you know, besides my job. So, yeah, I'm gonna do that. I already have a simple website. It's not that complicated, but I wanna redesign it. Yeah, guys, check it out. Check out my website. It's georgekcwebservices.com. Check it out. It's a simple website, but it's got a forum, contact forum. If you're interested in you have any questions, let me know. Just fill out the contact form and send me a message. I get it to my personal email, and then I will reply to you within 24 hours if you have any questions, you know, because maybe you don't feel too comfortable adding some notes here, you know. I understand, you know. Maybe I should add it in a. Let me add the URL of my yeah. Okay, 1 second. Let me see. Okay, I'm gonna add it here, and let me know if you can see it. And it's a website that I made not too long ago, but I think I'm gonna redesign it. Uh, it's uh, it's a self-hosted website, and I use the website builder in Hostinger. So it's George George KC. That's my name abbreviated, and then web services.com. I'm trying to. It's gonna be about building websites, you know. So I'm gonna start giving this service, building website to people, not complicated ones, simple ones. So if you click on it, let me see, it's gonna take you to this. Let me show you. Okay, it's gonna take you to this one here, to this page. It's a simple one. Okay, so it's georgekcwebservices.com, right? And on the top, the navigation, it has a start here, which is the home page. Book a call. You can book a call if you want with me for half an hour for free. Free, guys, never mind. This is not working. I have to fix it. Then contact me. So if you click on a contact form here, uh, you can get this contact form. You can fill it out and send me a message, and I will reply to you. And I have to fill out the about me page. It's still empty. So it's a new website, you know. So okay, who else have any questions? Let me know. Yeah, make sure, guys, you visit my website and send me a message if you want. Maybe use the contact form. Who else is here? Who have a question? Anybody else? Yeah, guys, I want to welcome you to this. Thank you for so much for tuning in. I value your time and attention. And yeah, submit your questions in a box below, and make sure you subscribe to my channel. So this way you help me grow it, and I will help you with the questions about software I use. And if you want to know what topics I cover, go to my YouTube channel and check it out. I have so many videos. But this year, 2024, I'm trying to focus on making websites and coding because I'm learning that myself. I'm learning HTML, CSS. They're easy. I've been doing that for 2 years, and now I started with JavaScript, and I want to learn those because I want to start building. Yeah, somebody is asking, what's my job? What's your job? My job is a telecom engineer. I've been doing that for the last about 20 years. I am in telecom engineering industry, and I am an engineer. But I do this on a side. It got nothing to do with telecom. You know, it's a hobby, and skills that I've been doing for long, and I want to start making website for people, you know. So if somebody interested, that's why I talk a lot about the subject on YouTube, you know, and in the public, you know, around among people in a in the area. So who else? Who else have a question? Pretty late where I am and go back. Yeah, okay. Thank you for tuning in. Something. Did you subscribe? Make sure you subscribe to my channel. Yeah, keep tuning in. I'll be making more of those live videos, and we can talk more about stuff, you know. But make sure you subscribe to the channel. I'd love to see you guys again, you know. So something and Ruby, make sure you subscribe, you know. Did you subscribe to the channel? Yeah, so I do appreciate that if you do subscribe, because I want to grow my channel, and every subscriber is very important to me, you know. And you send me a message, you contact me, I will answer you. It may not be instant, but you know, because I'm by myself doing this, within 24 hours, you know. And you can get on my website and send me a message using my contact form if you like. If you don't feel comfortable, you know, adding some details here, I understand, you know. So, what about you guys? What kind of work do you do? Let me know. Yeah, who else here? Who else? Anybody else have a question? I think somebody told me. Oh, okay, it's 10 million. It's above 10 million, Pennsylvania. Yeah. Yeah, that's a big state. Yeah. All right. Who else? Who else have a question? Please submit it in a comment and let me know where you're tuning in from. So, who else is here? Any questions? Any topics you want me to talk about uh, among the topics on my channel? So, who else? Anybody have a question? Anyone have a question? Yeah, we're talking about HTML, CSS, and making web pages and website using low code or no code. There are so many ways. So if somebody have a question, please submit it in a comment. And my intention was to make a code on a web page, but I don't know why it didn't work with me, you know. So who else? Who else is here? Anybody have a question? Let me know in a comment box so I can answer you. Who else? Anyone have a question? See the P. See. Who else have a question? Let's try again if this works or not. I must be missing something. I don't know what it is, but P. color equal blue. Yeah, this is not working. I don't know why. B. Any more questions? Any more topics you want me to talk about? Making websites, about domain name registration, about web hosting? Let me know. Anybody else? Who else? Questions, topics? Wow, there's so much delay between the desktop and a mobile, because I'm using my cell phone and looking at the chat on my desktop. There's so many, there's much delay. Who else is interested to know about coding? Anybody else? Okay, so I guess nobody have any questions, and guys, let me know what if you have any questions so I can answer you right now. Also, make sure if you're interested in those topics about coding and web pages and websites, make sure uh, you subscribe to the channel. All right. All right, who else here? Anybody have a question? Comments? Criticism? Ideas? Who else? And where's... Anybody have a question? Thank you for tuning in if you're on this live stream, and or on a future replay. Let me know where you're tuning in from, and if you have any questions, let me know too. I'm very interested to help you now since I'm here live. And are you interested in learning or making web pages, websites, or other topics? If so, what topics are you interested in? Who else? Okay, guys, I guess no more questions coming in. I think I'm gonna wrap it up for tonight, and maybe we'll talk tomorrow or make another live stream tomorrow, and hopefully the code will work for me again, and I can create one for you on my desktop. So I want to wrap it up, and I want to thank you so much for tuning in to this live stream, and also thank you for watching it if you are on a replay in the future. Submit your questions in the bottom and let me know what you're interested to know about topics I talk about on my channel. And make sure you subscribe to the channel so I'll make more videos. I want to grow it and I want to help you too. All right, thank you. Anybody else? Okay, Ruby A is asking what time tomorrow. Okay, about it. I think I'm gonna try it either in the evening or the morning. I don't have a specific time yet, but either around this time in the evening or in the morning. So, but I'll make sure I'll squeeze a session in the evening, like now. It's 12 midnight here, maybe between 10 and 12, 10 and 12, and maybe in the morning I might do in the morning one, but for sure in the evening I'll do one like this one. So but make sure you subscribe to the channel, because if you don't subscribe, you're not gonna get a notification, Ruby A, you know so add your name to the channel, subscribe this way, because you're not gonna get a notification. You know what I'm saying? If Yeah, you're welcome. Sure, anytime. Yeah, who else? Anybody have a question? Anybody else? Anybody else have a question on this live stream? I can answer you right now, and I think I'll do one tomorrow too. But right now I'm here, so let me know if you have any questions, and make sure you subscribe to the channel so you'll be notified of future updates and whenever I go live. With that said, I want to thank you so much, and I want to wrap it up. Thank you so much for tuning in on this live stream. Or if you're tuning in the future, I want to thank you too. So, yeah, and make sure you submit your comment. Give me ideas about future videos. What do you like to know about? And they have to align with topics on my channel. Obviously, I cannot talk about any topic. So, hopefully, we'll see you tomorrow, maybe, or in the evening or in the morning. Maybe I'll go through and make two lives. I'm gonna make two lives tomorrow. So, but make sure you subscribe. If you do not subscribe to the channel, I don't think you're gonna get notification. Subscribe to the channel so when I go live, you'll get an email or notification. So yeah, so hit this. What is it? Yeah, hit the subscribe button and the notification bell. I don't see them now because I'm going. I have the live stream setting. So all right, okay. Maybe I'll see you tomorrow. Have a great evening. We've been going over 1 hour, and it looks like nobody have any questions now. And I'm waiting. I'm waiting to see if somebody have a question so I can answer them, but no one has questions. So have a good evening and good morning, good afternoon. It depends where you are in this world. Thank you. Have a great day.